tutorial, I'm going to show you how to personalize leatherette with vinyl. We are going to go through the entire process from designing to applying, so let's go ahead and get started. I purchased these cases from Kmart and will be personalizing them, but this method works well for any item that has faux leather. The first thing you need to do is measure the space you have to apply your name. In Design Space, make a shape the same size as what you measured. Mine is 4.5 by 4.5 inches. Next we are going to add the name, so go to the text tool and then start typing the name. Choose your font. I am using Valentine Vibes for this one and will leave a link to where you can download it in the description below. It is not a font found in Design Space. The characters are too spaced out, so I'm going to change the letter spacing until most of the words join, and then I will right click to ungroup. This will allow me to move the letters individually. When I'm happy with the word layout, I then select everything and click on Weld. Now my entire word will cut out as one joint word and not individual letters. From here you can size the names inside the shape you created. Once happy with the layout, you can delete the shape as you do not need that anymore and then proceed to make it. I changed the color of the text here so you can see it better on the next screen, but you don't need to change the color. I'm going to use the Cricut Joy today to cut out this project, so I'm going to select on matte. The vinyl I am using is iron-on vinyl, which is also known as heat transfer vinyl or HTV, and it's not adhesive vinyl, so it's not sticky from the get-go, it's heat activated. So the heat, when you apply the iron, the heat will activate the stickiness, so just keep that in mind. When cutting out heat transfer vinyl, you need to actually mirror the image, so just click on the mirror button to do that. Under materials, I like to use the holographic iron-on setting for this vinyl. You may want to use a different setting. You could even use the foil iron-on setting, but I like to use the holographic one. But this works best for me. The vinyl I am using today is Cricut's iron-on foil, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. From here, go ahead and start cutting. When using iron-on vinyl, there is a clear transfer film protecting the coloured side. So when placing this type of vinyl down on the mat, it needs to be transfer sheet and coloured side down. Unlike adhesive foil, which has a sticky back, iron-on vinyl is not sticky until heat activated, so weeding is usually much easier. Now for the tricky part, a little too much heat and you could melt the leatherette. What I do is get some extra transfer plastic from previous iron-on jobs and place them around the name to protect those areas. I am going to be using the Cricut mini press as I have more control, but you could use an iron on a very low heat setting and no steam. The mini press is on the lowest setting, and I always use some backing paper or parchment paper on top for added heat protection. With light pressure, I move the mini press around for 10 seconds. Then lift it up for 5 seconds. and then press again for another 10 seconds. Then I remove the baking paper and press for another 10 seconds. Once it is fully cooled down, I peel the transfer film off. If you have done this correctly, you should be able to see some of the leatherette pattern come through onto the letters. If your letters look smooth and don't have the pattern from the leatherette, it means you haven't pressed long enough, and so you run the risk of your letters actually falling off and not staying. So just make sure that you can see some of the pattern from the leatherette coming through your letters. I'm going to let the video roll now just so you can see what I did with the other boxes. So that is how you can add vinyl to leatherette. I hope this video has helped you and inspired you. Please let me know in the comments if it has. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like and I'll see you guys in the next video.